What is up, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global back here with another video, and in this one, we're going to be talking about how the New England Patriots should at least look into trading with the Carolina Panthers for guard Trey Turner. Turner is a 6'3", 320-pound guard who was originally drafted back in the 2014 draft in the third round by the Carolina Panthers. He also wears number 70 for the Panthers in case anybody is curious. Now, what is so good about Trey Turner? Why is he most likely going to have a pretty decent market? It's going to be because he is a 5-time Pro Bowl guard with the Carolina Panthers. Funny enough is that if the Carolina Panthers are not able to find a trade partner for Trey Turner, then they're actually just going to straight up release him. And I can already 120% promise you that if he were to just get released, the New England Patriots would be out of the question because he would be getting offered money from other teams that the New England Patriots would just not give up. Turner has undoubtedly been one of the best offensive linemen in the league for many years, and probably has been the best offensive lineman there on the Carolina Panthers offensive line. So, of course, a lot of people are going to beg the question, why the heck would they even look to trade him? Okay, I can get maybe some draft capital, see what they can get, but if they can't find a trade partner for him, why just release him? And that's going to be because the Carolina Panthers currently are at a rebuild state. There's a lot of issues that their team currently has. They have a entirely new head coach, new coaching staff coming in. And so really, at that point, nobody's safe. No guys like Cam Newton, even someone like Christian McCaffrey isn't even safe. I'm going to compare the Carolina Panthers to a team like the Miami Dolphins, who last year were in a huge rebuild state. Anybody on their team was up for grabs as long as it was the right compensation. And that's because the Miami Dolphins are looking to rebuild their entire team from the ground up. The other good thing about Trey Turner is that he isn't just an old veteran. Okay, he's been around the league for a few years now. We are in 2020. We'll be entering the 2020 season. And again, he came in here at 2014. That was when he was drafted. So about 5 seasons he has spent in the NFL, meaning he does have a lot of experience in the NFL. He is considered a veteran, but 26, he is still at his prime and has a lot more time to play in the NFL. Now, why is this a trade the New England Patriots should make? Why is this even related back to the New England Patriots? Well, for starters, I do just want to do a little disclaimer saying that the Patriots have not had reported interest yet. This news about him possibly being traded, them putting him on the shop list, just came out literally a couple of hours ago, so no teams as of yet have been heard of any interest, but this would be the classic Bill Belichick move. As we all know, the New England Patriots suffered a pretty bad hit to their offensive line last year. I mean, it went from a top 3 offensive line the year prior to maybe top 10. Of course, the New England Patriots lost their center in David Andrews. They had a revolving door at left tackle because Isaiah Wynn was in and out. Shaq Mason did not perform very well considering he is all-pro right guard. And then you have your right tackle in Marcus Cannon, who did suffer some injuries, but the dude's made of glass. The Patriots also lost their star coach in Dante Scarnecchia this offseason. Again, he decided to retire. And the New England Patriots will be losing one of their best offensive line pieces, arguably their best offensive line piece last season in Joe Thuney, and that's going to be a very big hit to the New England Patriots. He has been extremely good for them. He's been great in the run game. He's been great in pass protection, but he has just been so durable for the New England Patriots. He doesn't miss games. He rarely, and I mean rarely, misses a snap on the offensive line. And of course, there are going to be a couple of questions on how the New England Patriots are going to fix the hole at left guard because it is going to be a big piece to fill. Now, of course, it isn't as hard to fill as the tackle position, but it is still a position that you 100% are going to have to figure out. Due to the fact that Joe Thuney is basically as good as gone at this point with the New England Patriots, it's going to be time to start talking about how they're going to be able to replace him. Now, could you move Isaiah Wynn to guard, which he originally started at? Yeah, you could do that. Or you could also leave him at the position he's at now and bring in a 5-time Pro Bowl guard. Now, the thing I will say about Trey Turner is that usually he does play at right guard. Okay, so obviously he wouldn't be playing right guard. That's where Shaq Mason is. There's no point in moving Shaq Mason. He is already our all-pro right guard. So he would have to switch over to left guard. I don't think that would be too much of a change for him. It's not like he's switching to the tackle position or anything like that. So I wouldn't imagine that the change from right guard to left guard would be anything too significant. The big thing here is that the New England Patriots had huge issues throughout their entire offense last year. They're not going to get anywhere if they do not fix their offense in general. You also have the fact that you're still trying to get Tom Brady back. You're trying to lure him back in. Because truth be told, none of us really know what's going to happen with Tom Brady. So right now, one of the best things that the Patriots and Bill Belichick can do is entice him. You obviously already want to finish your career with the team you started with. It's the New England Patriots. They're still a winning organization. I don't know why Tom Brady would want to go anywhere. And he already openly said that he wants to go somewhere where he's going to be provided the best capable offense. They can already do this right here by giving him a much upgraded offensive line compared to last year. Okay, you're already going to be getting back David Andrews. That's a huge upgrade at that. Imagine having then all-pro right guard and left guard. That won't just help Tom Brady and the passing game get going, but it is also going to make sure that our running game gets going again. Of course, as we all know, our running game took a pretty fair hit last year. There were times where it looked great. There were times where it was like, what the heck happened to our run game compared to the 2018 season? Especially when you have guys like Sony Michel, who can be very, very good running backs in the NFL. They just are the type of running backs that need guys to be able to block for them. They need holes to be able to do their magic. The other part of this is that the New England Patriots aren't going to want to bring in a guard that they have question marks all over. One, because obviously the offensive line already has question marks on it. You don't want to add more, but also for the fact that who knows what's going to happen with the left tackle position. Okay, a lot of people just suspect Isaiah Wynn, but truth be told, we don't know what's going to happen. Do the New England Patriots continue to ride with Isaiah Wynn at that left tackle position? And even if they do, can we rely on Isaiah Wynn because of all the injuries that he has dealt with over the past couple of seasons since the Patriots drafted him in 2018? No matter who it is at that left tackle position, Trey Turner would be a guy that you put in and qualifies to be able to help out that left tackle position, take off some of that weight from the left tackle, and ultimately just help hold down that left side of the offensive line. Because me personally, with the issues we have at our tackle positions in general, but especially left tackle, I don't know how comfortable I would be bringing in some random guy that we haven't really seen yet and expecting him to help hold down that left side of the offensive line when we already have question marks at the tackle position. Because really at that point, your entire left side of your offensive line is just like, 50-50. Turner signed a 4-year, $45 million contract extension back in 2017. They cleared $3 million of cap space if they did trade him this offseason, but they would also carry about $9.5 million in dead money. And of course, when I say they, I mean the Carolina Panthers and not the New England Patriots. Now, whichever team does get him will get the all-pro right guard, or just guard in general, for another 2 years under contract. This upcoming season, he's expected to make a base salary of about $8.5 million, and then in 2021, he's expected to get bumped up from that pretty significantly for about $11 million. Now, I personally believe that $8 million that they'd be taking up for next season really is not too bad. Okay, it's less than $10 million, and you're getting a guy who is 100% worth it. Again, 5-time Pro Bowler. And then, of course, in 2021, that's going to be bumped up to $11 million. That's where the question marks come in. But at that point, the New England Patriots could just trade for him and use him as a rental. If they reach the point after this upcoming season where they're like, we don't want to take on this $11 million for him, then you can easily trade him. I promise you that there are going to be teams out there that will trade for a 5-time Pro Bowler. Okay? The best way that I can make this make sense is the scenario when the New England Patriots traded with the Saints for wide receiver Brandon Cooks. The Patriots got Brandon Cooks, they took him for 1 year, and then they traded him after just 1 year with the team, despite being under contract for longer. And they got better draft compensation than what they traded away originally to get him. And I personally believe that that's exactly what could happen here if the Patriots play their cards right. But that is going to be it for today's video. The Carolina Panthers are looking to trade all-pro right guard in Trey Turner. Do you think the New England Patriots should make a trade for him? Yes or no? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And please, guys, like this video, subscribe, and share it with everybody you know so that we can go to the Patriots Global family. And other than that, I will catch you all in my next video.